Ever wonder why some people seem to achieve their goals effortlessly while others struggle? The secret might lie in their habits. Let's dive into the fascinating world of habits. They are more than just recurrent actions or routines. They are the invisible architects of our lives. Day in, day out, they weave the tapestry of our existence, one thread at a time. You see, habits are our brain's way of saving energy. When an action becomes habitual, it's like switching on autopilot, freeing up our brain to focus on other tasks. But how are habits formed? It all starts with a trigger, an event that sets off the action. This could be anything from your morning alarm signaling it's time to get up, to the smell of fresh coffee brewing, beckoning you to take a sip. Next comes the routine, the action we perform in response to the trigger. Finally, there's the reward, the positive reinforcement that tells our brain, "Hey, this feels good, let's do it again." And just like that, a habit is born. Now let's imagine two individuals. Let's call them Alex and Bailey. Alex has formed healthy habits like exercising daily, eating balanced meals, and getting ample sleep. These habits, over time, contribute to Alex's overall well-being, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Bailey, on the other hand, has fallen into the trap of unhealthy habits like skipping breakfast, staying up late, and neglecting exercise. These habits, while seemingly small, can accumulate over time, leading to poor health and reduced productivity. The comparison of Alex and Bailey highlights the profound impact habits have on our lives. They can either be stepping stones leading us toward success or stumbling blocks holding us back. The habits we choose to cultivate can shape our health, happiness, productivity, and even our destiny. So, as we can see, habits have the power to steer our lives in a certain direction. But what if we could change our habits? Could we then change our lives? Imagine if you could change a habit that holds you back. How would that impact your life? Consider the story of Robert, a once chronic procrastinator who seemed to be held hostage by his own bad habits. Robert's procrastination habit had become so entrenched that it was affecting his job, his relationships, and even his health. He was always late with assignments, missed social engagements, and neglected his fitness. Recognizing the toll it was taking on his life, Robert decided it was time to make a change. Changing a habit is no small feat. It's a process that requires self-awareness, determination, and consistency. Robert began by identifying the triggers of his procrastination. He realized that he often put off tasks when he felt overwhelmed or unsure of his abilities. With this insight, he made a conscious effort to break his tasks into smaller, manageable parts and reassured himself of his capabilities. He replaced his old habit of procrastination with a new habit of taking immediate action. The results were transformative. Robert began to meet his deadlines, improve his relationships, and even started a regular exercise routine. He felt more in control of his life and his self-confidence soared. Robert's journey wasn't without its challenges. There were times when he slipped back into old patterns. But he didn't let these setbacks deter him. Instead, he used them as learning opportunities to strengthen his new habit. Robert's story is a powerful testament to the impact of changing habits. His life took a turn for the better because he chose to replace a detrimental habit with a more positive one. Robert's experience is not unique. Many of us have habits that may be holding us back from reaching our full potential. So, take a moment to think about a habit you'd like to change. Perhaps it's procrastination like Robert, or maybe it's something entirely different. Remember, the first step towards change is acknowledging the need for it. This story shows that changing our habits can have a significant impact on our lives. But how can we go about changing our habits? Changing habits may seem daunting, but with the right approach, it's entirely possible. The first step in this journey involves understanding the habit loop. This concept, coined by Charles Duhigg in his book The Power of Habit, consists of three components: the cue, the routine, and the reward. Let's break these down. The cue is the trigger that initiates the habit. It could be a time of day, a particular location, or an emotional state. For instance, if you have a habit of reaching for a cookie every afternoon, the time, say 3 o'clock, is your cue. Next comes the routine, which is the habit itself. In our cookie example, the routine is the act of eating the cookie. Finally, we have the reward, which is the positive reinforcement that makes the routine worthwhile. In this case, the reward could be the sugar rush or the temporary relief from hunger or boredom. Understanding this loop is crucial because it allows us to identify what triggers our habits and what rewards keep us coming back for more. And once we have this understanding, we can start to make changes. But understanding alone isn't enough to change a habit. We also need a strong why. This is the underlying motivation that drives us to want to make a change. Maybe you want to stop eating cookies because you're trying to lose weight, or perhaps you're concerned about your sugar intake. Whatever your reason, it needs to be compelling enough to override the immediate gratification of the habit. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, comes persistence. Changing a habit isn't a one-time event. It's a process that requires repetition and resilience. It's about making the choice to stick with your new routine, even when it's challenging. Even when you stumble, it's about picking yourself up and continuing on your journey. So, as we've learned, changing habits is a process that requires understanding, motivation, and persistence. It might not always be easy, but with these tools in your arsenal, it's certainly achievable. Remember, every journey starts with a single step, and every habit, no matter how ingrained, can be changed. So, to sum up, habits are the unconscious routines that govern our lives. They are powerful, they shape us, but they aren't set in stone. Changing a habit takes time, patience, and determination, but it is possible, and the potential rewards are immense. Imagine the positive impact on your life when you replace a negative habit with a positive one. The ripple effect of that one change can extend to all areas of your life, from your health to your relationships, from your career to your personal growth. Remember, the key to changing habits is to understand their structure, the cue, the routine, and the reward. By identifying and altering these components, you can reshape your habits and ultimately your life. Remember, the power to change your life lies in your habits. So what habit will you change today? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Brain Secrets for more insights into the power of the mind. Thanks for watching.